mass marketing email feature that we have in Clinic Essentials. So the mass marketing email allows you to email any patient or a group of patients that you have an email address for in Clinic Essentials, and to send them one group email. They don't see each other's email address or anything because they are sent individual emails, but it does it all at once. So this is great for marketing purposes, or if you wanted to send out, let's say, a birthday card for the month, or an announcement for an open house or the sort. So the first thing you want to do is you'll want to set up your email in Clinic Essentials if you have not already done so. I'll walk you through it. So it's under Tables, so if you're in Clinic Essentials, with Tables and then Configuration here. And on the right side, you'll see the email option. So right here, you should have Use SMTP for Email at the top left. Okay, what this enables Clinic Essentials to do is to send emails from your SMTP server to the patient's email address directly. So if you do not have this set up already, I'll just run you through it quickly. So check off the Use SMTP, and then on the right side, enter your display name. And then you would put in your clinic email address. It's highly recommended to create like a noreply@clinicdomain.com email address. This way when patients do reply back, well, if they want to reply back, they'll realize that you don't reply to this one. You have to call to the clinic. SMTP server, so this is basically your outgoing SMTP server settings for your internet service provider. So here, where it says server type, you would select ISP, and then you can type in your SMTP server. So for Shaw, it's mail.shaw.ca. If it's TELUS, it's smtp.telus.net. And if you wanted to use Gmail, if you have a Gmail account, you do have the option as well. You have to put in a username and a password for that to apply. Use TLS would be for the Gmail option. Now on the left side here, copy emails to sender, a BCC copy. What this is because you are sending an email directly from your SMTP server to the patient, you're not actually using a third-party email software like, let's say, Microsoft Outlook or Outlook Express. So you don't have a sent box and you don't have an out box. So you don't see the emails that go out. By enabling copy emails to sender, what it does is it sends you a blind copy. Then you can set up a rule in your inbox, whatever software you use for your email. You can set up a rule to just filter those emails to a separate folder or something like that, or you can just set up a command to delete them when they come in. But this does let you know that the emails did go out. Okay, so that's just the general setting on here. If you have any questions with how to set this up, or if it's not working for you, just give us a call at the help desk. Once you've saved it here, you'll be able to test the function as well. So if we set this to ISP again, so let's go back in there actually. So once you have everything saved in here, you just press test. Email test was successful. You know it's good to go. You would save it, and then you can go ahead and send the mass email. So we'll do that next. So that is under Reports, Marketing Reports. Because this is a marketing feature, this is where we have added it. Most of you should be familiar with the screen. If you are not, welcome to the Marketing Report screen. Here on the left side, you have the 5 different marketing reports available. Directly underneath that is just a report name. The functions that you would be using on here for the emailing, just set your parameters, whatever you want to send the email for. Let's do a new patient list here. I think that's the one that I wanted to set up. Yeah, so it was a new patient list. And I'll set it up for a date range. So this date range, I want to set up, I want to send an email to any new patients that I've seen or that I've inputted since January 1st of 2014. This is a test database, so the numbers will not be accurate. If there's any other parameters I want to select, like different types of practitioners, you can do that as well. If you want to do an age range, male, female, you can do that. Or you can select it by groups on the right. These groups are what you set in Edit Patient. Once you have all your parameters set, you'll notice a button at the top here, Email. Go ahead and press that button. And this is the screen you'll see next. So I will expand this a little bit. Okay. So on the left side, you see all of the patients that have an email address. They have the little checkbox beside their name here, and you'll see the email address as well. You'll see patients, new patients within the date range you've specified that do not have an email address. If you notice there is no check mark there, that means they will not get an email as you do not have an email address for them. You can change the view so you just see the patients you will be sending it to. That's about 40 patients, just under 40 patients there. So on the right here, most of you should be familiar with how to use a template when it comes to your emails, if you are already using emails out of Clinic Essentials. A template is basically just a generic message that you would send to your patients that tells them the message that you're wanting to send. For example, I'll create a new one called Open House. So here, under existing templates, I'll back up a step here. Under existing templates, these are your options that you have in Clinic Essentials. These are templates you have already set up. So they are not new templates. These are ones that you have created or someone at the clinic has created, and they are available to use as well. If you have a template already selected or already created, I should say, you can also select it from here. They'll just pre-populate the information. You can send. If you want to create a new one, let's say for an open house, that's what we will do. So we'll press New at the top here. You can see all the fields light up in white, ready for text input. So we'll call this one Open House. So template name, this is what is your name for the template. The patient does not see this, this field right here. And then subject would be the subject of the email. And body of the email, this is the message you want to send to the patient. So you don't want to add any patient-specific information here. For example, if I wanted to send an email to myself, I'm not going to write Dear Carolina in here like this, because all those patients on the left here will get the exact same email saying Dear Carolina. What you instead want to do is use this insert field at the top here where it says Available Data. Use the drop-down, so client first name. I want to say Dear Client First Name. So you just input the field like that, and Clinic Essentials will fill this in for you depending on what the patient's first name is. So just a quick email here. I'm not going to type out a huge paragraph. And like this. So basically you can save it, so then you can use it for the future. When you go into the drop-down, you can see now we have an open house template in here. So then all you have to do is press send. So open house and send. There we go. So it tells you how many emails you're going to be sending. In this case, we're sending 36 emails. Press yes, and you'll see this progress bar here. This is something new we added in the latest version. So you have to be on the latest version in order to get this, as well as to have this feature. So it gives you a progress bar on how many emails it has sent and how many it has left to go. Not a numeric value, but you can see how much it's done so far. If you're sending an email to, let's say, your entire patient database, that progress bar will move a lot slower. What it does is it resets the setting, because with your ISP, you are limited to a certain number of emails you can send out at any given time. Because Clinic Essentials is trying to send out a large number of emails in, let's say, 10 seconds, it usually blocks it from happening because it thinks you're sending spam. So a lot of malware or adware has similar behavior, so it just blocks it. In this case, what we do is we reset, after we've reached that limit, we reset the SMTP setting, wait about 30 seconds, and send the next batch. And it does that until it's finished. So if you're sending like 1,000 emails, it can probably take about 10 minutes or so for the whole email to go through. Don't cancel the process at any point. Just let it complete. It might take a while. That's fine. Just use a different computer with Clinic Essentials, and then you should be good to go.